Hello, everyone. Welcome back to We're Just Building Puppets, like we always do here. We're continuing on the Baby Yoda project. For those of you who are not caught up, here's where we are. You've probably seen from the Instagram posts that we have our mouth working now, the head tilt mechanism works, the blinking eyes works, and of course, his ear mechanism works. Yesterday, I worked on the fleece covering for this guy, and I'm really happy with how it seems to have come out. I haven't slipped it on yet, though, because I was thinking about it, and there's one more thing that I decided to add to this guy last minute. It shouldn't affect the fact that I already draped the pattern, because it's such a small little foam detail. But one thing that a lot of people would miss from this that isn't there now is Yoda's six-pack. He's got a set of abs that are very recognizable to him, but of course they're not on his chest. His abs are on the top of his head. So I'm going to be creating that those forms on top of his head, but I wanted a quick, simple, easy way to do it, and I'm using this 1/4 inch foam. I'm just going to draft it right on top. So this is going to be, well, hopefully it won't be too long. This will be a medium video. And then a little bit later tonight, I'm going to do the fleece covering and putting it on him. I just want to give a little time for the glue to set for like an hour or so after we're done here today. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. We are live on TikTok, on Instagram, and in the Kreutinger Puppet tutorial Q&A group. If you are in the Facebook group, you have the best view. You get the wide shot as well as the top camera, which I can tell right now is a little bit blown out. So let me just quickly adjust this camera. Oh, I hope I can do it while it's live. Oh, I can. Good. Hold on a second. The exposure's up just a little bit too much. Oh, that's weird. You know what? Get these lines if I don't. Well, it'll have to be with that. It just kind of whited out because it's all white stuff, but we should be fine. Should be fine. So, anyway, let's get going. What I'm going to do first is just kind of trace that out on the top of the head. This 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch foam. Using a highlighter, which hides the lines much better. Not that that's a big deal, but sometimes it's a nice little touch. There we go. It's a nice little shape. I just want to make sure it's as symmetrical as possible. Looks good to me. And I'll chop it out. This is only 1/4 inch foam, so it is absolutely fine to use scissors on it. Though a lot of people swear by using a razor blade for it. You can have success with both. Which one is better? It depends. Well, actually, I'd argue they're generally equally better. You just have to be paying attention. You wouldn't use the scissors in the same way you use the razor, and you wouldn't use the razor in the same way that you use the other part. So that looks good. You can see there's a little bit of a tip here. That's to kind of go in between the eyebrows. Oh yeah, that's gonna look really nice. It's gonna look really nice. So I have a reference up here on my computer wall. Let me, where'd it go? Let me see these abs. How do they look? Oh yeah. He's got a nice six-pack there. Right on top of his head. Where's my other reference? There it is. Okay. So I counted about 5 equal spaces. So if actually, let me kind of fold this in half to find the center first. So if that's the center that way, and that's the center that way, one, two, three, four, five. That looks good to me. But now he also kind of has, yeah, right? It kind of comes like this too. Now, I'm tempted just to stitch over these lines too. However, not sure what would be the best practice. I guess I'd be worried about the stitches potentially popping at some point. So for that reason, but that'll save a lot of gluing though. To stitch or not to stitch? That is the question. I think what I'll do, because I don't want too many pieces too, is I'll just cut 5 pieces this way. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those are going to be my pieces. And let me do label those 2. I'll cut these down the middle. Okay. Excuse the sound for a couple of minutes while I glue. Hey Google, turn on shop vent.
Sure, turning on the shop vent.
Alrighty. Let's check, see if we have any comments over here on Facebook while I'm working. Whoops. No, perfect. Sorry, can't. It's not as easy to take Instagram questions while I'm working because the camera's so far away from me. And of course the comments show up on the screen. But like always, after I end the stream, I always grab that camera and give my Instagram friends some love too, so. There. Just going around all these edges here. This is virtually the same technique that I did for the cheeks and the eyebrows, if you tuned in for that. You know what? I'm actually tempted to actually go back and cut these all in half again. Whoa. I get all the way around, the front will be... Oh, actually, this technique that I'm doing right now is the exact same technique I did years ago for the turtle that I did. Because turtles are usually represented to have that similar type of pattern on the front of their... is that actually still considered their shell? The belly part? I don't know if that's actually their shells. I don't know enough about turtles to know. But whatever their belly area is, I think that's still part of their shell. No? Who knows? Somebody knows. Brian says, "Hey dude, loving your baby Yoda." And my good old pal, Matt Krieger, waved as well. What's up, dude? Alrighty. Okay, I'm actually gonna label them a little bit darker so you guys can probably see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one was 5 dash, 4 dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, 1 dash, and then I think I'm deciding I am gonna do these cuts here. Can just barely see. Oh, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's try that. So now what I'm just going to do, I glued all those edges together. I'm going to kind of crease them in. And sometimes I like to use a pin for this. Helps if I have a little water container here, though. But I don't have one. There we go. Boom. Getting all those edges down like that. It's a small detail, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. It will make your life much easier when you go to glue this down. Whoa. Okay. Almost there. Hope you guys are all staying sane, quarantined away. Being quarantined, I would have thought it would have given me a lot more time to work on stuff like this, but surprisingly it's given me a lot less time. So there we go. Got it there. The head of that needle there. All right, guys, we're almost there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is cut those on those lines. Doing this after does two things. Helps me glue it faster because I could glue across those longer lines, and also just kind of helps me stay organized a little better. Rather than having these pieces jumping all around. I feel like I'm making brownies. Alright, let me add some more glue to those edges quick. Should be much faster. Just one edge on each one here. I see someone asking me if I was licking the pin. I was not licking the pin. However, because I don't want people to think that, I am going to just get a little cup of water. I was not licking the pin, but I will use a different method next because I don't want people to think that or to do that, because you definitely do not lick the pin. That would not be good, because then you'd be licking contact cement, licking glue, which you do not want to do. Grab that just while this is curing anyway, after I put these last couple touches on. All right, there we go. Let me get my little bowl here. Get some water quick. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. Every time. Alright guys, we're almost ready to glue this to his head. We're almost there. Oh, we're halfway there. Okay. Now, just to make sure this is straight, let me get a line going. That ought to do it. Okay, now all right. Sorry guys, tried to warn you, this is tedious. Let me start slopping some glue up here. I'm gonna be coating the whole top of his head in time, but we're gonna do it one strip here at a time. Looks like these, I hope they fit, because this looks a bit like they shrunk in the process of doing this, but that's all right. They should be spread out a little bit more anyway. I missed a couple of these. Hold on a second. Just change this out quick. Alrighty, let's get this on this guy's head. And looking at that photo there, oh, this is not enough coverage. Hold on a second. So we got a couple more questions while that's drying. Some people like that needle technique, it's nice. Helps to dip it in something though. Deborah said she missed a lot of the Yoda build. All the archives are in the Kreutinger Puppet tutorial Q&A that showed me exactly how I got up to this, including all the mechanism building. The only thing I didn't get to stream was the making of the handles, but it's pretty much cookie cutter cut out. That's because my bandsaw is downstairs and I just cut that out on the bandsaw quick. But it's all down there. And Elizabeth says she's pretty anxious to see the final results. So am I. So am I. It's quite, you know, there are points in a build where you get really nervous about how it's going, and there's points in the build where you're very excited about how it's going. And I've had both of those types of moments in this build already. Let me just press all this down. We get some nice edges there. Oh, I think this is going to work. Very glad I was not going to do this at all, but then I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. Look at that, it's beauteous. All right, next layer. How far do I need to go? Actually, that's only 2, 3. Huh. This is, spacing is getting interesting, so I might skip a layer. We'll see. Things happen. Going on the fly. I'm shooting from the hip, which would make my buddy Chaz so proud. That's sarcasm, if you got it. He's very process oriented, which is good. It's what you want when you're a businessman. Okay. Let's show Instagram and Twitter, or Instagram and TikTok there. That's how that first layer looks. And again, just to show you where we are, we've got our Baby Yoda moving mouth, head tilt, eye blinks, and ear movement. Just to give you guys that little update too. That's kind of an interesting picture. Let me take this picture now. You guys will see it on Instagram another time. I'll get my camera on my other camera. That's an interesting shot. Okay, put this here, that there. Put that right there. Is Chris me, say? Greeting both girls and the Chris me. Yeah, wow, I'm really liking that. La-da-da, la-da-da. I'm very glad I ended up separating these and not just doing the strips. I was just gonna make it easy and do like 5 lines across the top of the head. Totally would have worked. Would have been fine. Very glad though that I'm doing this brownie pan method. Giving this guy the 6-pack he deserves. This is called, how long have we been going now? 38 minutes? This is gonna be 1 hour abs. 1 hour abs video. Forehead abs. Baby Yoda forehead. Baby Yoda grandpa forehead abs. That's what this is gonna be called. I should make a whole video just on this. Take this footage. Baby Yoda grandpa forehead abs in 1 hour. Just gently pat it down. I'm gonna try to get them all set before I do a real press down. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. 2 rows left. Well. Alrighty. The last row. It doesn't look like too much. Starting to think maybe it's too much. All right. How does that look? I think it's looking good. Okay, so everything about this technique seemed to have worked really, really well. The only one place where it's not working, where I kind of expected it to not work, is the outside edges, because I get these perfect, like, brownie-like shapes that I want on the top. However, these edges, all the way around the circumference, should be gradual into it. So all I'm going to do with that is take a razor blade like this and carefully just go around and trim it flush, okay? I'm not going to do that right now though, because I want to let this sit and cure for a while. Otherwise this is going to get all gummy, which I'm not worried about it getting gummy, but I'm just worried about how it getting gummy will affect my cutting. So for that reason, I think I'm going to piece out for a little bit. Oh, there's one more thing I'm going to do too. I noticed that his eyebrow kind of has a little bit of one of these things too. So what I'm going to do is do a little slice here. Right there. Another one right here. You can see that. And I'm going to just put some glue in there and do the same exact thing. You just get that there. Get that right there. Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't know if that's gonna work as well as I hoped. Let's see. I might have to just shave that out a little bit, but we will see. I want to be very careful to not get glue on the fleece on the eyelids there. Adios to our hour. You may have been wondering where the nose went. Actually, the nose is right here. The only reason I took that off was because of the draping process. This is going to be covered later and plopped on. So I'm taking that off for now. Oh, that was not a good idea. I should not have touched that yet. I had too much on my hands. Let me give that one more little coat there. All right. Anyway, that is going to be it for now then. I'll be back in about an hour or so. So, adios. So we ended the Facebook stream